Hello everybody, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching. Thanks for joining me today. So earlier today I told you we were going to do a reading on Harry's choking event at the child wellness or the well child event that he just that he and Meghan just attended just the other day. So I want to read on if there's an issue with Harry, there's an issue with Archie that's bringing up these emotions. Is he just stressed out? Or was he really feeling those emotions when he was actually giving a speech? So we're going to do a quick reading tonight. So I pulled a couple cards. I want to start out with the inner child cards. That's this deck right here. So I'm going to read on Archie a little bit. The last time I used these cards is right before Meghan gave birth to Archie. And read then that there was a lot of secrets going to be around the baby. They weren't going to share a lot of information with the baby. You all can go back in April and you can see it. In April of this year when I did my reading on the baby before it was born. Because they weren't making announcements. And I think it was right after Kensington Palace came out and said that they were not going to be sharing that information about when the baby was born. So that just ticked everything off right there. So I'm going to use these cards again regarding Archie. I'm going to ask a question about his health. I'm not making a declaration about or diagnosis on his health. Just want to know what's going on with him mentally and physically. Is he in good health? Or are there any concerns with the baby? Because that event that Harry and Meghan went to was about child wellness, right? So did that spark something in him that maybe there's something wrong with Harry, the baby? Because I remember when the baby was born, a lot of people were saying that the baby was having some type of health challenge. So we'll see. So let's just roll this. So I'm going to just pull out two cards. One card is going to be for mental health for the baby. And one's going to be for the physical health of the baby. Physical. So anything that's like physically wrong with the baby. All right. These cards are huge. So we already got one card. That's mentally. And here is physically. One more card for the baby's physical health. Got two cards. I just want one. And then I'm going to turn this down so you all can see the cards. So I'm going to take this card. Okay. So we're going to turn the camera down. Okay, so the two cards we got out for the Archie's mental and physical sides are these two cards. So the first card is the Seven of Swords. So this is the mental side of Archie as a little one. So Seven of Swords typically deal with loss, right? Something being stolen away, leaving something behind, carrying a certain burden in a way, but leaving something behind. Like something's been, you either left something behind or the burden is kind of heavy. So there's a lot of swords in this pen holder, I guess, right? So I think, oh my God, his hair is red. I just saw that. He looks like a little Harry, doesn't he? Prince Harry. So I think he's going to be fine mentally. He's going to be a daydreamer. And he's probably going to have some of his attributes of his father. He's probably not going to be that great in school. But he's going to like to write, but he daydreams a lot. Looks daydreaming, going out playing, sailing, going somewhere else overseas, you know, just daydreaming. So he's not going to like studying, in other words. He's going to rather be out in the world rather behind the doors, behind the desk studying and writing. He may have a little difficulties in that. And just, you know, I'm not going to say that he could have some type of like ADHD or something like that, but he's going to be a daydreamer. He's not going to be that good in school. He's going to probably perform a lot like his father in school, and he did okay, but he wasn't, you know, the star student. But it looks like Archie's going to have some issues with just focusing and wanting to be a daydreamer, not really liking the discipline of school. But doesn't mean that there's anything mentally wrong with him. That's just a card about how he's going to perform in school. And the second card is we got, this is for the physical side, it's reversed, and this is the right side up. It says the guardian angel. So this is like the temperance card. Again, he's out having fun, playing. This card is reversed. So there may be some struggles with going out and doing what other kids do. We already know that's going to probably have a lot of barriers with that. He's going to have a strict guardian over him. So normally this is peace and balance. It's the good at the plus and the minuses, the male and the female, just the balance of life, right? The flow of life. But he may have challenges again in school. He may have challenges physically. He may have a few physical challenges of maybe social, dealing with other people socially, right? But I think overall the child is fine. He's been watched over. His guardian is his grandmother, Princess Diana. This card is reversed, remember, so there may be a little instability with his ability to socialize with go outside and meet people physically, socialize with them. And it may just be in the early years. It could be because of how his family is, his mother and father are holding him now and trying to make his life too secure. But otherwise, it seems like physically and mentally the child's going to be fine. Socially, maybe not so fine. And he's going to be a daydreamer. And he'll probably have a very red-headed temperament like his father. So the kid is not the problem. Now let's read on Harry. I'm going to use the gypsy cards. I'm going to throw some cards out. Ooh, they're already coming. That's the center. So we're going to do 9 cards on the, you know what I do, the 9 cards on the gypsy cards, just to see what's going on. Going on with Harry, because it's not the baby. Currently, it's not the baby. Baby's going to be sheltered a little bit too much. It's going to be a daydreamer. Not really do well in school, not as well as he can do. It's going to be a lot like his father in school, but he's going to be antisocial. Not play well with other kids because they're keeping him away from. They're going to keep him away from socializing with other kids for a while. So let's go on. What's going on with Harry? Prince Harry. I want 1 card to fall. Let's see if we get some cards here on Harry. Please. Prince Harry, what happened today when he choked up there on the stage when he was giving his speech? Please read for me. Please read for me. Okay. I'm going to read. Yeah. That upside down because it came upside down. This is 2 cards. I need 1. My cards popping out. I need. Okay. Still 2. 3 cards. Wow. Okay. Come on. There we go. It came reversed, so I'm going to keep it reversed. Harry, what's going on with Harry? What happened? Was he laughing? Was he stressed? Is he upset? Tell me what's going on with Harry. What went on with him that day? All right, cards coming. All these cards are upside down. They're all reversed so far, except for 1. Harry, what's Harry? Tell me what went on that day. Let's read. Tell me. Show me. All concerns. 5 more cards. Oops. Okay. Tell me what's going on with Harry. Tell me what's going on with Harry. Tell me what's going on with Harry. What happened that day? What was his feelings? What's happening with Harry? Concern. What's going on with Harry? What's going on with Harry? Please tell me if it's a concern. 2 more cards, people. Woo. Harry. 2 cards. I need 1 more card, just 1 card. Spare me 2. 1 card results. Okay. Here we are. Alrighty, we got our 9 cards. You can see them. Boop, boop, boop. I will show you as we read. Those are the 9 cards. There we go. Always start with the middle. This one is prison. So Harry feels like he's in prison. My goodness. He is crying his eyes out. Look at that. What have I done? I'm all alone, chained up to what? What does he feel like he's chained up to? This is about Harry. The crying, the choking up. He feels like he's in prison. Can't get out. So we're going to go down here. The card below is room. Again, he feels stuck. So he was in the room of people talking. Normally this is a room you feel at home, you feel safe, there's expectations. He didn't feel safe, didn't feel at home. This is reversed. Waiting. Reversed. He's, let's see, waiting. He's anxious. He wants things to happen fast. Whatever's happening, he wants it to happen fast. Again, this is reversed. It was, or is, the messenger. Someone giving somebody notice. A letter is reversed. On the, okay, so we're going to read this like what's above, what's currently being shown, and what's being hidden. Okay, so this is what the person's showing. This is what the person's, or Harry is really showing the world. This is what he wants the world to see. This is what he's actually showing, and this is what he's thinking about. The underlying feelings. Okay, so he's trying to show the world that he's good of cheer and fear, hopes, all the money, all the joy, living a gay life. Fortunate. He feels like he's fortunate. However, he feels like that fortune is giving him a prison, is putting him into prison. And here's another letter, the communication, information. He doesn't want to give out any, he doesn't want to give out, I'm sorry, y'all. He doesn't want to give out any more information about his life. So this is what he's given us. He's given us, I'm a prince, I have money, I have fortune, but I'm chained to it and it's making me miserable. And everybody's talking about me in letters and documentaries and pictures and books and movies about me. And I'm tired of people talking about me, giving out information about me. This is what he's showing the world. Because he's on the world stage, he has a prince. Everybody's talking about him and his life. This is what he's showing the world. What he wants to show the world is that he's a saint, It's a priest. I do no wrong. I have a halo. But things are being stolen from me. And he's tired of doing, and he doesn't want to be a servant anymore. This is a servant. Oh, I got to read this a little bit better now. So, now, priest could also be a monk. I want to get out, steal away. I want to go away, live in solitude. Steal away, live in solitude, and no longer perform services. Oh, he doesn't want to do any more service events anymore. He really doesn't want to do any more of these events. Not the one that they've got for him. He'd rather leave than and not do these events anymore. Stressful. And then what's below, what's really driving all this is he doesn't feel like he's at home. He's antsy, he's ready to leave. All this communication. Antsy, I don't feel at home. I'm anxious. And I want to give notice. Yeah. He wants to tell the whole world, I am done with this job of being a prince, at least on the level that people think I should be. Everybody's talking about me and my family. I'm anguished. I'm upset. It's a lot of stress. So I don't want to do any more service. It's anguish, and I don't feel at home doing this anymore. I want to go away, be a monk, get away from this anguish, and I want to tell, I think he wants to tell the queen, I'm ready to leave. I'm done. Notice, I'm done. I want to be a monk. So this is the past, present, future. We're going to read it this way. Past. There was a time in his life where he could do what he wanted to do. No one knew. They knew a little bit about him, but everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. He was a saint. People loved Harry. He was a rich prince. Good fortune. But he never felt at home. And where he was. He never felt like this was home. They loved me. I was a prince. I had money and fortune, but I never felt at home with it. Presently, he wants to steal away because he's very anguished and he's tired of doing what he does. There's evidently some things that he has to fulfill, and he can't wait. He doesn't want to wait anymore. He doesn't want to wait anymore. Someone's telling him to wait. Just get through this. Just do this. If you just do this, you'll be fine. Yes, we'll let you leave and do the things you want the way you want to, but not right now. This is not the right time to do it. And he is ready to bolt. Steal away if I have to. In the future, he's no longer going to be in service. No one's going to talk about him anymore. He wants to go away where no one knows about his life. And he doesn't have to go to these meetings anymore. He doesn't do these events anymore. Or at least the events he does, it'll be just on the way, it'll be the way he wants to do it. He's going to give notice. He's going to communicate the way he wants to communicate with people. He's going to serve on the boards he wants to serve on. And it may not be to service. It may be for profit. Service, charities. Doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to give notice and communicate the way he wants to, when he wants to, how he wants to. So I think in the end of the day, he still wants to, there's some things he wants to do in his mother's name, but he doesn't want to do it as an obligation anymore. He wants to give notice of his job. He's ready to go, peeps. He's ready to go. So that's that. He is anguish. So we're going to keep out. Well, I'm going to put these over here. So let me reference them again. I hate looking for cards after I've read them. Where did I put them? So here. Put them back in order. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to read. These are, yes, they're old cards. These cards are called mixed emotions. And I'm going to use this card for Harry to read around it. What's his true emotions? That day he started crying. Yes, he wanted to leave. He's tired of doing this. He's tired of people talking about it. Everybody's looking at him. But what is his true emotion at that moment that he cried? What was he trying? Because normally when you cry and you choke up like that, you're trying. See, he laughed first. He felt so overwhelmed at that moment. Cards are coming out. So let me just see. And he choked back the tears because he wasn't saying what he really wanted to say. That's it. You choke up like that when you want to say something you know you can't. So he had to hold it in. Woo! Let's see what those words were. What was he trying to say? And these cards stick a lot, so I will not be pulling two. I need 3 cards individually. Three cards. One after the other, please. These are hard to shuffle. But I'm going to shuffle them. Oops, so here's one. Ooh, there's 2. And here's the last one coming. Oh, I lied to you. And we got the 1. Okay. These are the 3 cards that fell out. And I'm going to tell you why I think they're very interesting. Okay, the first card. So when he cried at that event, he felt panicky. Panic, overwhelmed. It came out and he needed to pull it back. Couldn't say what he really wanted to say, people. And the bottom of this card, it says, terrified, petrified, anxious. Yet again, anxious. Because we got this card waiting before and now waiting upside down. That was reversed. See that? It says waiting. It's reversed. And I told you he was anxious. So the card says anxious. I mean panicky. Okay. The other card that came out was trapped. In prison. Felt like he was in prison. Trapped. Last card says safe. Now, before I said it was reversed. Oh, sorry. See that? Yeah. Home. Look at these 2 cards. Yep. Home. Safe. He does not feel comfortable where he's at. See that? See, these are 2 separate types of card decks. They're not the same. But they keep telling you the same thing. That's why I like to pull multiple cards, different decks, so you can see the word, the story stays the same. I'm not making up the story. The cards come out like this. And you say this one's up, right side up. The other one's right side down. Well, reversed. Right side down. Reversed. He doesn't feel at home, and that's what he wants to feel. He wants to be at home doing the things he wants to do. Where he was the other day, he wasn't feeling at home. He's never felt at home in the royal family. And this is what he longs for, to be at home, to feel content, to be okay. to belong, which is why he's tying himself so closely to Meghan. That codependency thing is making him feel like he's a part of something. He has his wife, he has his child, and that's what he wants right now. That make him feel safe, like he was when he was with his mother. He wants to feel safe. He wants to feel part of a family, and he wasn't feeling part of the royal family. He feels chained. He feels obligated. He feels, I can't get out. You keep making me doing these things. I feel trapped. Man was breaking down. That's what was happening the other day. That's the read on that. Okay? So what so I'm going to do another quick reading. I'm going to do, a quick reading on 2 sets of cards. I'm going to throw a card out for how Meghan's feeling right now with what happened the other day at the, because she knows now what Harry has told her. Sure, he's told her don't worry about it. But, I want to read on what Meghan is feeling now that Harry's had this breakdown in front of the public. How does Meghan feel about the breakdown Harry had in public? We got 1 card. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to get 3 of these cards. Give me a story. Give me the story. What's going on here? I need 2 more cards. And 1 more. Okay, so we got 3 cards. These are different cards. You haven't seen these before. But the first card is Waterfall. This is how she felt. He's up there crying. She felt that he needed to hold his feelings in and not show any feelings like a zombie. Hold his feelings in. Camouflage. Pretend you're okay. Act like a zombie. Don't cry. Don't cry. Hold your feeling in and pretend you're something you're not, which is okay. This is what she was feeling when he was having his breakdown. See that? Waterfall. That's the crying, the shedding moment, watershed moment. She's like, be a zombie, hold your feelings in. Pretend everything is okay. Pretend you're something you're not. I'm a tree. Be a tree. In this tree, wooden, no feelings, like a statue. That's what she was feeling. What was the royal family feeling, the people in charge, when they saw this or were notified of this? This is the last card I'm going to throw. Harry. I might do 3. Let's just see. What were they feeling about Harry? What do they feel about Harry now that he had this breakdown? These are my cards. These are no particular cards. I created them. Let's see. I'm going to do 3. 2. Oh Lord, and 1 more. Now these cards are balanced. I made these cards. See, there's some love cards in the front. They're not all bad cards. So we got 3 cards. So when they were told and shown the video from Harry, this is what the royal family felt about this situation. First card. This is a sinking ship. He is so underwater. He has his helmet on for deep sea diving. He's in a boat or some apparatus, but it's sinking and he's taking on water. Sinking. Let me see that. Sinking ship. Okay. Narcissistic rage. He was having a breakdown. He was crying out for help or crying out. Look, he's crying. Narcissistic rage. Now, people are saying Meghan's narcissistic, but Harry, I believe, totally is a codependent to the narcissist. But he's crying out because of maybe the narcissism that's going on between him and her. And in the media and all the other stress of the life, it's just stress of life is getting to him. He's under the influence of narcissistic. Usually narcissistic rage is coming from the narcissist. They're yelling and crying and screaming, driving people crazy. Maybe that's happening. Maybe she's doing that. People say she yells a lot behind the scenes. Be under pressure from that. And they want him to see things from a different perspective. The last reading I gave y'all was Harry needs to go away and get himself together. That's what the royal family wants. Him and Mary, if they're going to stay together, both of them to go away and get their life together. Go away, fly away, change your perspective. Where you are, you need a break. Go away, take care of yourself. Come back a better person with your feelings and your emotions intact. Have a better plan on how you execute in your life. So, that's it. Okay, people, so that's the reading for tonight. So, what we know now is that people are starting to see the sinking ship with Harry. And they see that he may be under the influence of Meghan. Or a lot of the things that's happening with her is wearing off on him. And he had a meltdown moment. And they are thinking, the royal family, that this man needs to get away and get himself together, him and his wife. Just showing up to events and looking cute and smiling and saying the right words is not getting it right now. What they need to do is really take a break. They are trying to change too much too quick. They're getting a lot of pushback. Nothing's really working out the way they wanted to. They wanted to make a big brouhaha. They're doing that. That's true. But a lot of the pushback that's coming back is hurting them, and it's hurting Harry's psyche. And I don't think he took that into consideration. So, that is tonight's reading. We know that the baby's okay. More likely he's just going to have some ADD type of things, or at least a dreamer in school. Not going to do that well in school. Not as well as, about the same par as his father. I put it that way. It looks like the kid's going to be smart, but he's just going to be a dreamer, right? And maybe not be very disciplined in school. And that he may have some socializing issues with other kids because his parents are going to keep him too overprotected. That was the temperance card that was reversed as he gets older. Not play well with other kids. But he's fine right now. Right now he's fine. There's no other out that I see. I'm not making a diagnosis. I'm just saying based on the cards. The issue that happened the other night was because of Harry is under a lot of pressure. Everything he feels like the whole world is against him. He feels like he's chained to the royal family. He can't get away, and he's ready to give notice and go, but he can't. Someone's holding him back from doing that. And that while he was having this breakdown, Miss Meghan Markle sat there projecting, "Please be a tree, don't cry, pretend you're something you're not." And this isn't happening. Don't feel what you're feeling. And the royal family wants him to get away, and because he's sinking, and he's sinking fast and hard. And the more he paddles, the more he sinks. And that they just want him to get away, to get himself together and regroup. So that's my reading for the night. Unfortunately, it's a pivotal point. It's a pivoting point for him. He needs to do something about it, because he can't be good to his family. I mean, the public and the royal family that's not his main concern. His main concern is himself, his wife, and his child, and he cannot continue on this way. He does need to get help and talk to somebody if he is not already. That would be my only suggestion as a tarot reader, not as a doctor or whatever. I don't know him personally, but anybody could see from that video that he needs help, and he needs it quick, fast, and in a hurry. So one thing we know is that the cards don't lie. I like this one better. I like this one better. And Meghan. Narcissistic. The cards don't lie, and there'll be something to talk about tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like a reading from me, you can contact me at ascensionsoulcoaching@gmail.com. Our readings are only $30 for 30 minutes, and we can go over a lot of things in 30 minutes. So anyway, talk to you later. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye.